I'm not going to pussyfoot around. Whoever's here is here now. Whoever wants to kick back, thank you for being here now. Like the stream, all that good stuff. If you're here in the future, like the stream, all that good stuff, all the same. So, I'm not going to be looking at the comments for the meanwhile. So, if there are any, you know what, I'll do this. Miser's always here. He's always doing the good stuff here. You know what? I'll add you to a moderator, Miser. There you go. Just don't be shameless and don't abuse your power. How about that? Don't abuse your power. Anyways, there you go. Miser's now a mod. So, get into my little Trent bit here. So, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just gonna. I spent a whole day. I did like a A4's worth of notes. Just my thoughts and opinions. Again, stuff you've probably already heard today. Maybe some things you hadn't. I don't know. Just spitballing, writing some notes down. So, this is what I've got written down. So, Trent Alexander-Arnold is all but gone from Liverpool FC. He's leaving, going to Real Madrid on a free. He's been mulling over this for the last 2 years. So you've got to ask yourself, why has this been going on for the last 2 years? Now, there is a theory behind this, and it's only by a few people online that I've noticed. But there is a theory as to why he has decided to do this from way back when. Anyways, the first thing I want to say is what happens now for the rest of the season, yeah? So if Trent is as good as gone, Salah and Van Dijk are undecided on their extensions, but apparently Salah has said no to going to Saudi Arabia, so maybe that's a positive, but I don't know if he's actually stated that he wants to stay at Liverpool. Currently, we know Van Dijk and Salah have both said, look, we love Liverpool, we want to stay, which is another key factor that many people have pointed out. Van Dijk and Salah have said, we love Liverpool, we want to stay here, but we have got no contract or it's not what we're looking for type of thing. Trent has never said that he wanted to stay here. He's just kept quiet, saying my contract situation will not be played out in public. But at the same time, you've got to be mentioning something with all this, right? You can't just leave people high and dry. So, Alisson and Kanate next on the contract situation. They've got a year left after the summer. We have 9 games left left to get this season wrapped up. And I don't know what the fans will say about Trent if he plays another game, if he comes back from his injury for the rest of this season at Liverpool, on the verge on winning our 20th title, and now we potentially have issues internally at the club, which is not great news. But if all goes to plan, it shouldn't hinder us. It should just be business as usual, get the job done, win your 4 or 5 remaining games. If Arsenal were to draw or lose any of their next 4 or 5 games and the league is ours officially, and then we can just, take our foot off the accelerator in a way. But a lot of the notion that I've heard, the buzz around the place is that FSG lack ambition, and that's why Trent has decided to leave. Now, over the last 5 years, maybe you might say that is a valid thing, because the last 5 years, you ain't really done much in the transfer window. A couple of players here and there. We've signed 1 player in the last 3 windows, if I'm not mistaken. I think the last window we had was the summer window, if that was the case. So nobody in January, nobody in the summer, bar Chiesa, and then one other in nobody in January as well, just passed. So 3 windows, no players in. I don't know if you want to count Chiesa as a player, but here's what it is. I mean, FSG appointed Klopp in order to win. They wanted to restore Liverpool back to where it was. Obviously, having the whole Boston Red Sox thing, not having won a World Series for 86 years or whatever it was, and then having won it, and then having won a few more since then, right? Maybe they're just interested in their American sports more than the English sports, who knows? Well, Premier League, I should say. But they appointed Klopp to win. They brought players in for this team with the aim of winning silverware. So that is what happened. So people got to give FSG a little bit of credit. You can't just crash out on them now because they haven't been doing what you expect them to do. But if Trent wanted to stay and remain at Liverpool, then there would have been no issues about ambitions or money. You're here because you want to be here. There's a local lad from Liverpool playing for Liverpool, now going to Real Madrid. So what now of the mural on the wall? Is that still going to be there? Are people going to vandalize it, deface it? Are they going to scrap it? Because I don't think it's going to remain there for eons on end. I think something will happen to the mural. The whole this means more and the trophies mean more at Liverpool. So does that mean they're going to mean less going to another club in Real Madrid? He said all these things. Now we're holding him to the fire of what he said. I ain't going to be looking at me and saying like how, why you come and me, like, why saying fuck me for? You said these things. We are holding you to those standards. That's what we're doing. We are holding you to those standards. That is why we are here discussing this right now. But this means more. Does it still mean more at another club in another league? He's the vice captain of Liverpool as well, which makes this thing even more confusing because he's the vice captain of Liverpool, boyhood, and he wants to leave. It doesn't make sense. Would he have still become captain if Van Dijk was still there? I don't know. Possibly not. Elite passing and creativity, but he would get slaughtered even by Liverpool fans and rivals alike in the media as well, and all their pets for every defensive mishap he had, because if he got cooked by Doku, how many times in that Man City game that we won 2-0 away at the Etihad, but still the message was Trent got absolutely done by Doku, but Doku did absolutely nothing with the ball. So you can't have that at Real Madrid. We can tell you that for free. You can't have that at Real Madrid. They will not be there for it. You won't have the backing. You won't have the defense of the fans trying to back you up if that's the case there. That's just how that goes there. Did he want to go from 2023 on a free and fuck Liverpool and FSG over? The 2 years he was thinking about this. Could he have not signed on and then be sold for money, perhaps? It's one of the main gripes I think people are looking at. It's that he's going for a free and didn't want to help his, boyhood team there. But that's the one thing that fans are annoyed over, going for nothing. The trophies and success could be seen as more than enough of a repayment for the investment in him. But then again, I am Club FC, not Player FC. I support Liverpool FC, not Trent Alexander-Arnold FC. However, Liverpool FC are successful because of Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is successful because of Liverpool FC. That's why people get these things confused there. It's like, go on, Trent, go. This club lacks ambition, go do your thing. On the other hand, you're like, hang on a second, this club has given you everything. You've said all these things that you adore about it, and you want to be here in the long run, be Liverpool captain and all this sort of stuff. This means more, playing for your city, representing your city, and now you're up and going. So, please explain, basically. Was he feeling unwanted or undervalued? I bet almost everybody would want him to stay. And for the money they were reportedly offering him, 325,000 for a right back in the Premier League is stupid amounts of money. I mean, personally, I don't think any player should be paid more than 250,000, and that's even pushing it. But that's apparently reportedly what he was offered, and he said no. And it wasn't about money. It was more about ambition and moving forward for his career. Cool, whatever. That's what he says. And if it's not about money, but rather about ambition, then, our Fenway Sports Group not that invested in winning trophies and just making money, happy to finish top 4 and maybe win a trophy here and there if they're lucky by fluke chance, perhaps. Some would say it that way. Maybe they laid out their plans and he thought, I don't want to be here because I don't see this last thing, but they're lacking plan for success or ambition, etc. And, the rumor, things that people have been saying is that he has only decided to leave once Klopp said I'm going, and he thought, well, this is it. Like, they can't get anyone else better than Klopp. This isn't going to last. I need to see myself out of here, when the other boys have said, no, we want to stay here. We want to remain. And the other thing is Van Dijk and Salah not speaking out about that. And now, again, people still talking online saying, what if Salah and Van Dijk now get announced as saying he's there, they're renewed for another year or whatever it is, and Trent then looks like an absolute piece of shit for saying, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm out of here, but the other boys did want to sign on. It's mad. The guys that are not from Liverpool want to stay, but the dude that's from Liverpool wanted to up and go. It's crazy. It's madness. I mean, we've seen players come and go in the past as well. Obviously, we had Kevin Keegan, Ian Rush, McManaman, Owen, Torres, Suarez, Coutinho. Some left for nothing, like McManaman went on the Bosman, and even then, went to Real Madrid, won a few things there, but he's not even seen as like, he's Liverpool legend or anything like that. Didn't really, no title, no Champions League at Liverpool at the time. So what's there to say that, the tune won't change on Trent in that case there? I mean, we see Trent going on the free as well, at minimum, and that's the low end, minimum 60 mil, minimum for a player of his attacking quality. Defensively, that's always been a question mark, but he's going to go play as a right back. He's not going to play as a midfielder, at least as far as we know. But this is the thing. This is what I don't understand. Like, there are two things to this. Point number one, he's to blame for not speaking up and making this clear a couple of years ago at least. And number two, the club's to blame for not adhering to his expectations, thus not him staying. So this is why I say it's not exactly black and white. There are two sides to the story. No player is bigger than the club. Let's just say it straight there. No player is bigger than the club. No player has ever been bigger than the club. The club will remain. Players come and go. So I don't know why people are so angry at him for leaving. You can be angry at the way this has played out, the reason why he left. You can probably also have a conversation about him leaving is not an issue. If Real Madrid say we want to buy him 80 mil, Oh, shit, 80 mil, do we want to... And he says, yeah, I want to go. It's like, all right, no worries, off you go. See you later. 80 mil, thanks for coming. That's, I think, ultimately what this comes down to. Now, for the people burning his jerseys and all that sort of shit, they're doing way too much. It's a play in a footballing business decision. Will he achieve more at Real Madrid? Well, results and trophies over the last few years indicate that that's a big yes, so you can understand maybe why he wants to go, let alone being with his best mate, Jude Bellingham. He himself said that he loves the club, the city, etc., as he's from Liverpool. So why move away then unless you're chasing more silverware if it wasn't for the money, if you're not going to be winning stuff at your current club? This is where the conversation now diverts. He's going to win more trophies and establish himself as an actual footballer, proper footballer, rather than just being a one-man team who won a few things here and there. Like, you know, being legend Steven Gerrard and things like that. And even then you can say Steven Gerrard, you know, tried to get pipped by Real Madrid when Jose Mourinho was there, tried to get him at Chelsea, you know, other clubs came for him, and I'm staying here, and, you know, won Champions League, and that Premier League, that elusive Premier League never got to Gerrard, but in any case, that's what it is. And the hypocrisy is jarring. There is hypocrisy in all this, because if you remember in the summer, Liverpool fans were out for blood with Zubamendi, but by the same logic, the same thing applies, because, you know, he's an academy player playing for his boyhood club. The clubs and the sizes are different. I mean, Liverpool and Real Sociedad, let's keep it 100 here. But at the same time, now we're looking at Liverpool and Real Madrid. Yes, we are a massive football institution as well, but Real Madrid do tower over Liverpool FC. Let's keep it 100 there. The clubs and sizes are different, but it's the same thing for Trent, just from a Liverpool's perspective. So people were cussing out Zubamendi for not leaving San Sebastian and hoping that he has bugs on his food for every day that he lives, like Husam would say. But now we have looked at this and say, well, this is the same thing for Trent. Why would Trent not want to leave and go somewhere else if he's going to better his footballing career, if he's not going to get it at Liverpool? So, as it stands right now, we need to gather ourselves and get a new right back in place, and cover Bradley, or get someone to cover Bradley instead. Now that this means Slot can now implement his style with his type of right back in. Well, we'll see what happens in the summer. And we still have FSG at the helm, Edwards overlooking operations with Hughes as sporting director, and that's still a massive question mark. This is an Edwards signing players. This is now Richard Hughes. So this is the thing, FSG. Do you trust FSG to make the signings that they need to make? This is the ultimate question mark here, because I don't see it being a thing. I mean, say Liverpool lack ambition. Okay, we want to go buy Jude Bellingham. Sorry, I'm going to go Real Madrid. We want to buy Caicedo. Sorry, I'm going to go to Chelsea. We want to buy Tchouaméni. So I'm going to Real Madrid. Okay, we want to buy Isak. Yeah, no, I'm staying at Newcastle. I'm going to go to Arsenal. Okay, we want to buy Gyökeres. Nah, I'm going to go elsewhere. What the fuck are we supposed to do then? Like, what is ambition? Trying to sign the best players, or actually trying to challenge for titles? There's always a question mark in that. So there you have that bit there.
There's no love, there's no loyalty. At the end of the day, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm not a Trent fan. I'm not a Salah fan. I'm not a Van Dijk fan. I'm not an Alisson fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. And that man has disrespected the football club and disrespected the people.
The last bit there, disrespecting the club and the people. Like, this is where you have player versus club conversations again. And I've seen people on TalkSport as well say, well, Trent's not done anything wrong. It's like, well, hang on a second. Yeah, probably you could say, in a sense, he hasn't done anything wrong. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so if Trent's not done anything wrong, like, hey, we'll offer you XYZ. No, it's not about the money. Okay, well, we're looking to buy new players in because we need to play. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, but I'm going to go Real Madrid because they've been after me for 2 or 3 years. Okay, just because you've been chased doesn't mean you have to go. And I know it's the allure of Real Madrid. This the ultimate thing. It's not any team, bruv. It's not, Bayern Munich, no disrespect, like Mane went there, for example. It is Real Madrid after all. But you can't have these performances. Like I saw it up there. If Mbappe getting bid for 3 months straight was okay performance, I can't wait for... Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to see what they're going to say about Trent if he has a bad game trying to defend against Rafinha or whoever it's going to be when they're taking on Barcelona, bro. It's crazy. 100% Maradona. We've seen players come and go, which is why I'm like, whatever, bro, just go. I just hate the way this has transpired, and I don't like that now it's even divided the fan base even more. Like, I mean, I've been saying it like pretty much all season. Like, FSG have not done enough in the last few years, and especially this season, for us to be pushing on and trying to win everything possible. Quadruple memes and laughs and all that sort of shit aside, still, with a few more players, we might have been in a much more comfortable position. Maybe would have won one of the finals we were in so far. So you just don't know how this thing could have transpired. I've been calling for more players. I've been saying we need to buy more players. No, we can't find the right players, but to me, we want to find them on the cheap. We want to do this, we want to do that. All right, FSG, pull the finger out of your asses and start getting some players in there. But to bring it back, the last thing that he said, disrespecting the city and the club, he said all these things. The words are going to come back to him. He's been memed for the last 3 or 4 years for, 1 out of 4, this means more and all that sort of shit there. He's still been memed for that photo he took holding the League Cup. Still being memed for that. He has to hold this, unfortunately. He has to hold this.
The gap is nowhere near as big.
But that could be the platform for them to start winning things, though. They could start winning things now. Imagine this now, Tom. Imagine Newcastle.
But we are winning. We are winning things.
Tom, let me land.
We have won things before, but we didn't stay here. That's the
won their first
point.
trophy in.
That's the point. Bro, how many fucking teams have sustained a fucking league after league after league after league after cup after cup after league after league? Hardly fucking any, bro. It's only been Manchester United doing 3-peats, Chelsea winning back-to-backs, and City winning a 4-peat. Every other fucking team has only won bits here and there. Nobody wins the same shit every fucking time, bruv. This is the frustrating thing, bruv. Everyone wants to fucking win. And I promised myself, I said to myself this was going to be chill. I wasn't going to get angry. I wasn't going to get agitated. But lo and behold, here I fucking am having a crash out like En said earlier on. I'm not trying to, but fuck me, it's just jarring. It's frustrating as well. Everybody wants their team to win. You can't win everything every fucking season, bruv. People see Real Madrid do it, think, yeah, we should be like Real Madrid. We're not Real Madrid, respectfully. Liverpool FC are not Real fucking Madrid. Respectfully. We're not Madrid, bruv. We are not Real Madrid. We're also not Manchester City. Man City have the model of wanting to win shit consistently. Bang, bang, bang. Tommy's not wrong here. We've won trophies in the last 5 years. We've won 2 of the biggest trophies in the last 5 to 6 years. Premier League, Champions League before that, FA Cup, League Cups. We have been winning things. Nobody's going to win shit consistently year on, year out. It's not a normal thing, bro. Win some weird purple patch of trophies at the moment. Now you can say, okay, cool, Liverpool have been winning shit. At the end of the day, it's like, bruv, if we're winning a trophy every 3 years, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I want more. Yeah, this means more. I'm happy with that. But fuck me, if you're going to say Liverpool are going to win 1 or 2 trophies every 3 or 4 years, cool, let's make it happen, bruv. It's a trophy every 2 or 3 years. Someone else wins a trophy here and there. You can't be hogging this shit. Look at this. City won 18 trophies since they got Pep. Man is programmed to fucking win shit. You're telling me you want to compete against Man City, cool, fair enough, but you can't be winning shit every single fucking year, bro. As much as I want it to happen, it's just not a thing that happens, bro. This City thing was just lightning in the bottle, the perfect mix of a club yearning for a manager to take it to the next level, and it took it to the next level. 4 back-to-backs, 6 in the last 8 years, whatever it's been, some madness there with Pep being at fucking the helm of Man City, Champions League and all that sort of shit there. You don't see that shit often, bro.
English football culture is fucking made over 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You're a Judas if you leave. Bro, if he'd gone to Man United, I get it. Yeah, if he'd gone to Arsenal, I get it. Yeah, if he'd gone to Man City, I get it. If he'd gone to Everton, I get it.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but he's gone to Real Madrid, bro. If Real Madrid come knocking on your door, it is a different
anyone's door, bro. Different knock, for real.
It's a different. When Ralston said, when Arsenal knock, it's a different knock. No, when
the other thing is as well, there's rumours and all this talk about Saliba or I think it was Saliba like being looked at by Real Madrid as well and shit like that. And it's like, nah, Saliba's going to stay at Arsenal. He loves Arsenal, bruv. If Trent, who's winning a fucking Premier League for a second time in 5 years, is going to Madrid, you best believe Saliba is following him out that same fucking door, bruv.
Real Madrid knock, mate, Mbappe turns up for free. Yeah, he made them run their contract down at PSG, bruv. Gave up a 250 million bonus. Yeah, Trent's getting about 20 to 40 mil signing on and about 300 grand a week.
Big piece.
That ain't generational money. The fact is, yeah, if Liverpool wanted to get them deals done, they've got bigger income than Arsenal, by the way. They got bigger income than Arsenal. They don't spend money like Arsenal and like Arsenal have. So where's their money gone? Yeah, so they can sign all 3 of them up, yeah? Right? Apparently Van Dijk's been offered about 100 M's for 2 years to go PSG. Bro, I will piss my fucking pants, yeah, if he ends up at Real Madrid because they need
that's right, money.
They need a
mad money.
centre back, bro. Now, guess what? William Saliba's contract ends in 2 years, bruv. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they've already tapped him up and said, run it down.
Yeah.
Get Van Dijk in for 2 years. Now imagine that's 2 out of the 3. Now imagine they get the Hattie, bruv. Oh, bro, I swear they get all 3 of them. I swear down, football's fucking. Oh, bro, them scouts have been rioting.
If all 3 of them go to Madrid,
Well, one down, 2 to go. Yeah.
Yeah. let me run this.
Hashtag pray for Liverpool.
Once is more rattled than the backside of a rattlesnake right now. Liverpool fans are shook one's part 3. Hold them. Big up Mob Deep. Right now, because they know Salah is next. You know what the maddest thing is, yeah? Don't you not think, though? You know when we say, oh, like fans online and stuff, is it really fans online or is it these big accounts running
but they're online, bro. They're all in group chats.
No. Hear me out, yeah? I know they're online, so that's obviously ironic, innit? But I'm saying they push agendas on purpose to get the mass out. They probably didn't even want to disrespect Trent, but I feel like all these said big accounts are literally probably in a group chat with one another and whatnot. They wouldn't know each other. I've seen it before. Garnacho situation. I know. You know how I know this is a fact, Jelly? Because the Garnacho situation blew it all out into proportion. All these accounts are in one group chat. Trust me, it got baited.
And one goes, and then the next one copies and pastes, but slightly twists the words.
I
saw today that Tom Little guy. He basically was saying the same thing. He believes that Trent is a Judas and that he shouldn't leave the way that he's leaving. And
but he's a kid.
Okay,
he's
a born and bred. He's a born and bred.
Here it is.
And again, I'm not saying
was Fernando Torres getting this much heat?
Yeah, they burnished kind of.
Yeah, but we weren't. Yeah, I've said the only player I've seen get more heat than this guy.
Probably Gerrard
is Beckham, Gerrard, and Rooney. They're the only 3. When Beckham got sent off.
Don't you remember when Gerrard was trying to leave? Do you remember he threatened to leave?
Yeah, and they fucked him. He was going Chelsea, and they fucked him up. Yeah, and then Wayne Rooney, when he threatened to leave, and they fucked him up as well. Yeah, Gerrard, they went to his house and fucking sprayed and threw fucking shit all over his house.
They put bullets in his. They put bullets in his letterbox.
But at the same time,
that's mad work, man. That's way too much.
Hottest strikers in world football, bro. He went to Chelsea, and that was just as fucking Roman was doing his thing. Yeah, bro. He weren't getting this much heat, and then when you speak to Scousers now, they go, "Well, he was on the decline anyway." Well, and what? Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or after 2 back-to-back fucking boots, golden boots, first 2 seasons, golden boots, Ballon d'Or a year later.
What up, Halimi?
Oh, where's his hate? He went to United and City.
Yeah, because he's a champion. Hold on. Torres last year, he was in their Legends game. He played in a freaking Legends game. And you know what? It's funny because Liverpool fans like to do it again, holier than thou. You never walk alone, but you walk alone when it suits them. But it should be a blanket statement. You never walk alone unless maybe you're a racist. Fine, or you do something egregious.
This guy going straight to the extremes, bro. You never... Oh, my God. Why is Gunali always overdoing stuff? Big up to Halimi, by the way. Appreciate that. What a guy, man. What a guy. Found me on Twitter. Dropped me a message here and there. Big up Halimi. Halimi is the editor for Saeed TV's channel, by the way. So, look at that. It's offering if I need anything. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Honestly, I appreciate it. You don't really get that sort of offer from these big channels. I mean, Seed's pushing 150k. I'm barely scraping through 3. It's crazy. So it's nice to see there's a bit of support out there. Legendary show yesterday. That do stream? Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Can't lie, Nick. I remember when Gerrard drama, ain't no way he was letting him leave. Yeah, no. If Gerrard left Liverpool, that's... Anfield probably would not exist, bro. It's metaphorically speaking.
Yes. But come on, let's be fair. Like, you shouldn't be picking and choosing who you're gonna... You never walk alone. That's the most cock and ball I've ever fucking heard. They're fake. They're a fake, horrible bunch of people. Set of fans. They're horrible.
They are.
Oh, okay, now you got me under it, bro. If you say he's looking for Liverpool, I appreciate that. The only thing is time difference sucks for me. If it's like a morning stream for you guys, it's good because it's about this time, which is good for me. Anything that's late night, either it's going to be like mad early morning or I'm at work already, bruv. But yeah, that's pretty crazy, bruv. I appreciate that, man. I honestly appreciate that. I don't know how well I'll be. That's what I can appreciate that. That's thank you. What ends? What are you jealous? Ends? Or are you talking about Gunnar Lee? Which one is it?
I wouldn't go that far, man.
I disagree. I disagree.
Here we go. Lee versus Lee. It's Lee v. Lee v. Lee violence.
But you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Their sound, yeah, right. But the online fans, yeah, like you go to games, yeah, right? Lee, you go to games. Yeah, you know what it's like when you go to games. The stadium is different to the online, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. However, there's still Arteta outs in the ground, but it's a small and they get shouted over, fuck off down the lane, all that bullshit. Yeah. It's not got to fisticuffs yet, like Wenger in, Wenger out. Yeah.
No.
But it's still a tiny minority. Online, there's loads of Arteta outs, bruv. Yeah. So the online and in the stadium is different. But when you're born and bred in Liverpool, and Liverpool's a small city in comparison to, say, London. Yeah, and I know there's only a few clubs in Liverpool compared to London. There's loads of clubs in London. But let's say Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Yeah, they're the biggest three in London, yeah? Right? Yeah. Bro, they're all within 6 miles of each other, 7 miles of each other, yeah? You don't necessarily see many Arsenal fans, yeah, in London, or Chelsea fans in London, or Tottenham fans in London, because they're a tiny percentage of the fan base. Yeah, you'll see more Arsenal fans roaming the streets of London than Chelsea and Tottenham, though.
100%.
Yeah, facts, yeah? Right, but in Liverpool, you'll see fucking thousands of Liverpool fans. So it does, when they say it means more, I get what they're saying. I think they're the classiest fans, by the way.
I don't think everyone would have expected Lee Gunnar to say that, but like what he says there, like when you've got more clubs in like a very condensed area, it's going to be scattered across. Liverpool, obviously you've got Liverpool and Everton, and when you walk out Liverpool, you're going to see a hell of Liverpool jerseys, you probably see hella Everton jerseys. That's it, it's one or two. So yes, when you come from a small, like Newcastle, for example, Newcastle and Sunderland, if you're a Newcastle lad, you're going to have that pride on your back, no pun intended, with the jersey and all that sort of shit there. So I can understand that you're a local lad, you support the team, all that sort of stuff from the city. That's what you should be looking to be representing out there. So if there's going to be more fans out there wearing the jersey, then yeah, it's going to affect you more because there's more people out there that, you know, are feeling a certain type of way.
Yeah, that's why I totally disagree with what you said a minute ago. But that's another debate.
I think it's for me, it's Geordies.
Right. But my point is, Liverpool, it does mean more. That is a working class city, yeah, that has seen their team be the best in the world in the 80s. Yeah, they've gone through 30 years of nothing. Klopp's come in and fucking spun everything around. Now they're seeing one of their own who knows what it means to live in a working class city, yeah, playing for his boyhood team. Whereas Ashley Cole playing for Arsenal is a completely different story to Trent playing for Liverpool. So I totally get it, because London's 6, 7, 8, 9 times bigger than Liverpool. Yeah. Now you've got social media elevated how it was compared to Ashley Cole back then. Now we're seeing more of it because we're active. We're all online every day. Yeah. Whether it be Twitter, Insta, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, like whatever it may be, YouTube. So we're more invested in it now as back then.
So interrupt, my mate Abby's in the chat. Big up, Alb. Yeah, need a new photo shoot, bruv. The photo I use on my thumbnails is me. It was DJing at the Albion, and I was with a group of friends, and it just got me at a good angle. I just took the photo. I'm like, I need a nice clean photo of me. All the old photos, I have like a fade. There's no mullet. I'm like, gotta have the Malay out there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I found that photo. I'm like, I just cropped it, did that all the stuff. Definitely need new pictures, man. Got to need new promo photos for when I go on these big streams. If and when, shall we say? 100 big ups to you, bruv.
Weren't, yeah, because 2005 or 6 or whatever, yeah, 2006 he went Chelsea, yeah, right, bro. YouTube had been alive 2 years, yeah. If so, and social media weren't a thing really. Nobody really used Twitter and all that back then. Can you imagine the fucking outcry when Cesc went Barca? Can you imagine the outcry? Because even when Cesc went Barca, Insta and all this weren't a big thing. It's now elevated a lot more now.
Even Sol Campbell, imagine that was now.
Oh. Man, Sol Campbell now in the social media world. Paww.
That was what, 2001. But now,
mental.
Social media weren't even a thing. Right? But now, imagine being born and raised in Liverpool, playing for your boyhood team with social media the way it is.
Yeah,
You've fucking just done a mazza. I get it. However, he's not obligated to sign a new contract. He's adhered to the terms of the contract he signed. It's down to the club to convince him to stay.
That's true.
And when the biggest club in the world come in for you, bro, who the fuck ain't going Real Madrid?
And that's it. And that's me.
I'm guaranteed a trophy every year.
He was refusing to.